Hello, fellow chrononauts. We're time traveling to 1998 because we got Peter Parker Spider-Man issue 93, written by Howard Mackie, art by John Romita Jr. and Scott Hanna. How cool is this cover with Ghost Rider on it? On the back, we have this milk advertisement. How silly is that, too? And we cracked the book open. This is back in the day when they had the fold-out pages. I love this here. So we have this page right here catching us up, telling us the premise of the book, who Peter Parker is, how he got his powers, and, you know, he's Spider-Man now. Here we have all the key players in the issue, telling you who it is and what's going on if you don't happen to know who any of these people are. So this tells us about Ghost Rider. Spoilers on the cover. We got Arthur Stacy with his kids Paul and Jill, and they're in the book here. I forgot about them in that whole thing, so that's fun, picking up an old issue and reading about some classic drama that just didn't really matter in the long run, impact things, but still fun going back to. And this takes place right after Spider Hunt and the Identity Crisis. This is the book that had Dusk in it, which was pretty cool if you remember that. I loved those crossover events as a kid, although I was never able to get all of them at the same time, you know. So you have to fill in the holes, and that's why I love pages like this as a kid, because I couldn't afford like 4 or 5 titles in 1 month, you know. Come on, you a kid. But this issue is catching us up with what's going on with the Spirit of Vengeance, just going crazy, and we get this cool page here. Now, I will tell you, there's a lot of plot contrivances for getting things back to the Spirit of Vengeance rejoining Dan, and I tell you, that's real silly how it happens. But I enjoy the issue itself, and you can really get a sense of Parker's jubilation and just carefree spirit. What with not having that big old bounty and contract hanging on him, you know, we don't have that warrant. Cleared of murder charges. But here we see him doing what he does best, which is, you know, solving some street level crimes, but more so helping people from situations, be it a cat or a burning building. And this is so fun. This advertisement for Game Boy camera. Talk about a snap moment in time with technology. But can you imagine being able to have a black and white camera in your pocket? That's mind blowing. And then you could print out the pictures on little sticker sheets too. So silly fun. But I love this. Spidey's saving some people, but he's still getting chewed out by New Yorkers, keeping him on his toes. And look at this MasterCard ad with Spidey on it. That's pretty funny. But here we catch up with a bit of the drama going on between the people. You know, he's kind of investigating what happened with the death of his brother George, and also what happened with Gwen. You know, Spidey's actually gotten kind of involved talking with him, and MJ's been talking with Jill and Paul. Paul's a very infamous name right now, but this Paul right here, he's actually have some connections with the Friends of Humanity. You know, because this is the Marvel Universe, and he don't like them muties, it seems. He don't like them powered folks. And as I recall, that don't turn out too well. But I love this bit here where we see just how happy Pete looks. Like, look at him busting out of that bush there. That is a whole lot of fun. And he's being a bit careless, but I love this with him just grabbing her and jumping up to the top of the building and flipping. And she's looking a little bit fed up, but she gets where he's coming from and what's going on. And these pages prove why she's just the best woman for him, with her just being there for him and being supportive and like go out there and take care of it. Here we get double page Skittles ad. Taste the rainbow indeed, but look at that. The brawl for it all. But this is real cool. So his spidey sense is going off crazy because Ghost Rider is blasting through and his flames are burning everything up, which is unusual because his hell flames usually don't actually ignite things in that sort of manner. And not in the way that it's doing, but literally shit around us is just burning up. So she's super supportive. Get out there and do it. And he says, "You are the best." And she says, "Yeah, I am." She knows it. But we get this great panel here. Spidey's swinging and he's going to save this kid in the burning building. But we get this panel. I love how this looks. That's so cool. Let's hold that up to the screen. He just looking righteous there. I love the squinting eyes and the yellow flames reflected in the lens. We don't need to linger too long, but check out this Final Fantasy Tactics double page. That is fun. Taking me back in time. All right. So just swinging in, kicking the door down, grabbing the kid, and he's out of there. And they're a bit freaked out, but they're so grateful. And it hits Pete too, like he's feeling it. Especially after how everyone's been so down on him in the past with the last year of storylines. It feels good to just be out there doing a thing and get a little bit of praise from it. As Spider-Man, But here we get this panel with the I just love the flames on the water. I always thought that was so cool. And here we see the spirit just acting up a storm. It's having like a conniption fit. It's going crazy. And check out this subscription page. Man, look at this. Look at what we can get. Any title, just $19.91 each. Holy smokes. Yes, please let me pay $20 for a year of comic books. Man, and they got all the Spider-Man too. They got Amazing Spider-Man, Spectacular Spider-Man, Sensational Spider-Man, and Adjectiveless, or this title here, Peter Parker Spider-Man. They threw the Peter Parker on there after the Clone Saga just so everybody knew what was going on. But how cool is that Thor there too? That is a sick Thor. I love that. Yeah. But so Ghost Rider's going crazy and he's just busting up the road here because he knows there's just some real bad evilness going on and he's got to do something. Spider-Man's just trying to calm him down and get in the middle of it because he's literally lighting stuff on fire, But what he sees in this hole shocks him, as you see in this panel here. But we turn the page and we see it's a bit of a terrorist organization here. No good. These Friends of Humanity. Bad news. I wonder if that'll have any connection or ties to Spider-Man and Peter Parker's life. But over here we get fun Stan's soapbox, which I actually did read and had a good time with it. He's just talking about winning no prizes and how he's come up with so many answers to things that people have been sending in. This is him granting himself a no prize. Also, how great is this? Just a little catch up on what's on sale next week, So much fun. But then we get this dumb bit right here where they got this bomb that's just going to go kaplooey and take the whole city out. Well, at least in a number of city blocks. But thankfully, Dan Ketch is actually in the crowd, and the Spirit of Vengeance here, it doesn't know what's going on. It's confused. It doesn't know who it is because there's all the mysteries and lies of what's going on with the Spirit. And honestly, I don't even recall how the Ghost Rider series ended and what became of him at that point. I just remember jumping back into it in the mid 2000s, and it was just kind of a soft reset, and they had Johnny Blaze back in the thing. But this has them just rebonding with Dan Ketch to get that sort of status quo. So I don't remember what happens after that, because I thought the spirit was separated. So I don't remember what happens exactly with this storyline with Ghost Rider, but it don't really matter. I had fun with this issue. This is really cool how Ghost Rider is able to tank this blast. So Dan merges with the spirit so that he'll have the power to actually control and take on this burden of the explosion that's going to happen. Spidey webs it up all to hell, and real fun, because I love this bit at the end here with Parker reading the paper, and he's been feeling so good about things going his way, but then he sees in the paper that Jonah's set this whole incident up as Spider-Man participating in a terrorist attack. Oh man, he cannot catch a break. So I enjoyed that. That's a whole lot of fun. And here we have some letter pages. What a good time. And look at all that fruit roll-up. That's too much. But yeah, I had a great time reading this. Blast from the Past. I was like 12 years old or something when this came out, and this was there. I was reading comics right before I dropped off, right around the 2000s, and then I jumped back in the mid 2000s. Getting into high school just too cool for things, but at least for a couple years, and then I was just like, I just want to have fun. And that's what I'm doing now, is having a whole lot of fun. So thank you for joining me for that fun, and I'll be coming back at you with the next video with something a little bit more new comic-y. But I need to go back and read more old 90s Spider-Man, because that's my era, peak Spider-Man for me. It was like right before Clone Saga up until well, it just keeps going. But yeah, I dropped off a little bit, I want to say around the 2000s, but this stuff, good times. Anyhow, thanks for joining me. You stuck around this long, like the video, please, and we'll catch you around the next one.